prose.
Nobody gets taught how grammar works, and they certainly don't get taught anything about rhetoric. And there's a really sad lack in that. So I think he was, as he would have said, on to something. He was always being on to something. We have to find this out, he would say. We got to look up these things. But one of the other things that I did like about this is that he did have a very passionate moral sense of what he was doing and what he thought other people in education should be doing too. That we had a responsibility, and he identified with authors like satirists who did think they had a responsibility. There's a wonderful essay that you should read if you haven't, called The New York Wits. It's really an attack on the readers of The New Yorker, and it has, or on the shape of the cheap wit of The New Yorker. He says at the end, thus do the courtiers of dullness and unreason ape-like assume the regal function of wit. I thought, that's great. But I guess he was also important to me because he did feel this way. He gave me, as I saw many years later on, a sense of what a vocation might be in terms of what I was doing. So that anything that diminished its being not only fun to read but hard to read, and it should be hard to read, so that it should be, and it should also be a communal adventure. That's why he loved these gin drinking sessions over Finnegan's Wake, because you have to have a whole lot of people reading Finnegan's Wake to have it make sense, and you have to read it out loud, and you have to read it to yourself. And his sense was this is the way in which you got the whole human psyche together, by having this, what you saw to yourself, what you shared with others, and you had a kind of, ideally, a communal adventure.
Ideas. I mean,
yes.
He just does this kind
of a lot of his books are almost a pastiche of quotation, aren't they?
Right, and he takes great pains to let you know that he's not saying that he did all this
by that's very
himself. But he does have this kind of quality of monomania, and I think that's one reason he picks up adherents so fast, because he is a very serious person.